What is up, friends and crypto family? It's about time. It's about time. It's about time. Started making videos again. Finally found something that's worth making videos about. There's been a lot of exit scamming. There's been a lot of sour hopes for mining. There's been a lot of crypto sluggishness, a lot of down markets, a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of confusion in the marketplace, especially in the space of lending platforms, aka give your money up to some other platform developers, Ponzi scheme, you name it, what the fuck. We've been there. We've seen Thorn, BitAI, Cresos, back in the days of Devore and Regal when this shit was actually cool. BitConnect, holy shit, did a lot of people lose a lot of fucking money. What a fucking joke. And yeah, now we have a new evolution of lending platforms altogether, one that is trustless, meaning we don't have to trust it in a sense because it's on the Ethereum blockchain. So in a sense, we can trust it as much as we trust Ethereum. And it all started with this p3d token, and there's been a lot of YouTubers out there that have talked about this, even less about fomo3d, but let's just take a look at their platform. Proof of Weak Hands was the original, created by the Just developer team. You can check them out on Discord, blah blah blah. There's a lot to fucking talk about with this shit, but we're just going to cut it down to brass tacks and talk about really like where this is going, and can you make money with this still? And the answer is, I'm not your fucking financial advisor, and I don't know, but I have, and some of my friends have a lot, and I'm not even holding a lot of this p3d token right now. You need 100 to have a masternode link, and I'm not even showing mine right now because I don't even have 100 tokens. So, I'm not making this video to make money from you, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just going to bring you guys along for the journey because I'm kind of starting fresh in my personal investing in the p3d platform. And I do believe that this is kind of the baseline. This is what's, the shit. You got to check it out. You got to do your own due diligence, but, essentially you got to download MetaMask and buy the p3d tokens, and then you make Ether every day, hourly, and 10% of every buy and sell of this p3d token is going to pay out the holders of the p3d token. So should you buy this token? Well, I don't know. Again, I'm not your financial advisor, but the average returns in the last 100 days have been 1.5%. No, it's not always that high. Yes, some of their other projects helped to boost that percentage overall average because we had some 10% days. We had some really strong days. And you'll see this 6 p3d token right now is worth 0.17. So we're at 0.033 per p3d token, which is approximately $15. And with that kind of return daily in Ethereum, you're gonna lose. It's gonna look like you lost 20% right off the bat, because this is what I can take off. They've taken the 10%, and then they're gonna take another 10% if I were to sell these tokens. But on average, we're seeing that you can recoup that in the first 20 days, and then it's just a residual income stream, which is pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, pretty sweet. Gives you some options, gives you some liquidity to hodl other cryptos. So where's this going? Well, they just released this other platform that's a gambling platform that there's only really been a few YouTubers that have come out, and quite frankly, a lot of them were weak-handed in some senses, but some of them are also smart and kind of going with their gut feelings and their wave and have made money in this, just like I have, come in and out and taken those hits, but taking profit along the way, and that's cool. And I think it's it's interesting that they go on YouTube and tell everybody when they're selling so that everybody else, thinks that they need to sell, which for a lot of people, maybe not the right time to sell because it's an asset that's, continuing to throw out dividends that I think, are worth holding on to, but that's a different topic of conversation. Let's talk about fomo3d. This is the lottery version of their decentralized application, one of their new dApps that they put out that is essentially collecting Ethereum, and you own these keys, which you cannot cash out, but essentially these keys pay you dividends, and the keys are kind of like a lottery ticket. If you're the last key holder, then you're going to win this pot that right now is sitting at $9 million worth of Ethereum, 21,000 plus Ethereum. And this is all locked in contracts. So essentially the developers can add to it, but they can't take away from it. They can't, unravel what's going on. So it's going to work. And how does this all tie into p3d? Well, every time a key is purchased, it pays out dividends to p3d. So what happened when we saw this come out? Yes, p3d exploded in dividends. We had 5% days, we had 10% days, we had a consistent, solid, week of really, really high dividends from p3d, and it was because fomo3d was funneling us dividends. And now what also happens if you're a p3d holder? At the end of this contract draining, when this 21 million is paid out, well, not all of it goes to that last key holder. A lot of it goes to p3d holders, and they have, a balanced, 4 different ways that you can choose as far as investing in your keys. Some of them will pay more p3d. Some of them will give you a bigger portion of the pot at the end. Personally, this long-term contract is going to be very difficult to win. It's just about as I'd say likely to win, the California lottery as it is to win something like this. Maybe less, because there's only probably about 1,000 people per day playing this game. But I think that there's going to be a lot more fighting for this 9 million than just 1,000 people once we get there. And see, the thing is, every time the key is purchased, this little price goes up. So it becomes harder and harder to purchase one, or it takes more and more Ethereum to purchase one key. Every single time a key is purchased, there's also a 30 seconds added to the ticker. So we started at 24 hours, and this game has been playing for, about 2 weeks now. Friday. Maybe 2.5 weeks. I think we went viral. We went viral 2 Fridays ago in China. And that was the first wave. And now we're seeing this ticker go down because the volume's not that high. Not that many people are buying keys. But rest assured, this key price is only $2 right now. And this game is not going to end at $2. People are going to be paying a lot more for this chance to win $9 million. And along the way, we're going to be making money. As you see, I've made $2.58. And this is in the past 3 days or 4 days, because you can withdraw this money very simply. When you withdraw it, it shoots over a message to your MetaMask. And if there's a lot of activity, you might need to crank up the gas, which is how much Ethereum is going to go to be paid out to the miners to make this transaction happen. Is the GWEI, crank up to say 5 or 6, click submit, and that's going to put that transaction through to pull this money out into my wallet that then I can go do anything I want with. I could send it to another wallet, I can send it to another exchange, I can keep it in this wallet, but it's in a wallet, it's not on this platform. And that's going to happen instantly. You're going to see I have $1.98 there. We're going to refresh the page in a minute. So you can see this is a liquid asset as far as these dividends are concerned. And also this p3d, this is a liquid asset. I can sell this at any time if I want to. I could put the 6.1, and I can put in a sell order, and it's going to give me, this MetaMask is going to go through. But I don't really want to do that right now. I just want to sit on these and collect the dividends. See, I've made almost $1 in the last few days since I've cleared out this account. And I'm going to add to this because I think that this is a decent price right now. We went to 0.045 and the volume has slowed down, and we've seen p3d slow down, and fomo3d is slowing down. However, this little time ticker is running down, and there's going to be gradually this is going to exponentially increase how fast this runs down because again, it takes more Ethereum to purchase one key. So what I hypothesize is that we're going to see this game at least go to 0.1 key value, which is going to be $40, which is 20x from here. And in my calculations, you easily make your money back and much, much more if you were to invest in fomo3d currently. I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research. Again, if you use my link on this is going to be considered bad advice. So just letting you know. Fair warning. This is a risky investment. p3d, I'm not even going to give you my link. Go find somebody's link. But this is a good investment. This is a sound, solid investment, I think, right now, because every single time a p3d token is sold, it's destroyed. So we're not going to have an excess amount of these coins out there. Really, the only coins are going to be those coins that are held by people that are, holding for the long run, or trying to make a quick buck. But when those people sell out, it just comes to pay everybody else. Everybody else makes dividends in Ethereum, and that's pretty cool. We're just going to keep this video simple, and I'm kind of doing an exposure video and a first glance at what I'm sitting on. I'm showing you I've got 8,000 keys right here. This in particular, when it went viral a couple weeks ago, it spit out a few Ethereum in a day, and then kept cranking for a few days, and it was a nice solid 20 Ethereum after the run went. So I'm letting you know that there's a high likelihood that run is going to happen again, because at $2 is not where this $10 million pot is going to end. I haven't even mentioned this whole new thing that they released, which is a quick 5-minute game, which you can also mess around with. That we've seen this get to. Initially it got to a couple $1 million, but we've been seeing this game end in the thousands now, and this is a short-term, very risky investment. But this game is more centered around trying to win this end pot. So if you've got money to play with and you want to play the roulette game of trying to win this pot, then play that f3d soon. I don't even have a link for that. I don't recommend that. It's not really like my kind of cup of tea of investing. That's just pure gambling. But I do think that mathematically, if you can sit down and understand fomo3d long term, that you're gonna get the heebie-jeebies like I have. I personally lose sleep at night because I'm running the math again and again over my head, confirming what my gut feeling is telling me, that this is a real deal, and any investment in keys in the long-term contract, at least right now, before the price is, let's say, $5 to $10 per key, it will definitely return you 100% of your investment. This is definitely going to go viral again because of the way they designed this. This ticker is going to start to exponentially decrease. We're going to get closer, and people are going to get the FOMO. I'm out.